All right, I'm gonna show you how to make a hot patch, what we used to call a hot patch. Because when you made this patch, you usually made it with hot mud, which is quick setting mud. But I'm just gonna use regular mud because I'm not in a hurry. But anyhow, so here we have this box that was cut out wrong, big time. And it wasn't my cut, but anyhow, I'm gonna use this piece of drywall and I'm gonna make what we call a hot patch. So the first thing you do is you wanna mount your piece of drywall bigger than the hole. And then we're gonna cut it down to size. And then we're gonna back cut it, and I'll show you this process. All right, so let me set the camera down and we'll try to get as much of it on video as we can. All right, so. So you cut the back side. You want to cut the back side. All right, so you cut, first of all, the width of your hole, or the height. And you score the back side of your drywall, and you peel it like that. Okay. You peel it like that, and then you want to cut your width. So you're cutting the height and you're cutting the width. All right. So that's all this back here has got to be peeled off. So that's a little tall, so I'm going to cut it in half. First of all. All right, first of all, I'm going to cut it in half because that's too much drywall, but all right, so we'll cut that down. All right. So now we'll cut it backside again for the width. Again, I want to make sure peel the right side. So this is what I have. I have a piece of drywall with the outside finished paper all around, and then it just pops right in there, like so. And if it's a little tight, you just trim it up. It's no big deal. All right, it just trims right up. There you go, and then you just mud that. Ugh, don't get old and fat. Anyhow, so that's what it looks like. So again, you score the back side of your drywall. All right, so you're cutting the drywall off around the piece that's going to fit into the hole, and then you're going to use the paper, the front paper of the drywall as your tape to hold it in place. And you just mud it in. Now this I'll just fill with tape, mud and tape, but that was too big. All right, so that's how you do a hot patch. At least that's what we used to call it, a hot patch. I don't know if they still call it a hot patch or not. All right, so Pastor Larry, stick around for more advice and tricks of the trade. All right. Okay. You remember this patch I did earlier? I made this patch. Hopefully I did a good job showing you how to do it. Now, what you do is you put a little bit of mud all the way around the inside of the patch. You come up here and you put mud around your hole. And then you just set that in there and you smooth it out. Okay, see that? And that becomes part of the drywall. It's never cut out. Alright? You don't have to use use any tape on the patch. I'm going to use some tape there. I'm going to fill it in first. I'm going to run some tape. Now, I talked about some finishers like to use that mesh tape, which is okay for patchwork and for small jobs, but for the big jobs, no. I'm telling you, I've repaired here in Florida anyhow, more jobs that had this mesh tape than you would understand. Okay, so that's how easy it is to put this mesh tape on. Alright? Which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I like it. It's got its proper use. It's got a good use for it. It's a good use for it. Because you get hurricanes down here. And what happens is that pressures inside the buildings lift the roofs on these buildings, okay? And so what happens is this tape, this mesh tape cracks. Where if you use paper tape, it busts. Wherever it's weak, it will bust out. It doesn't crack. It just, wherever the stress is, that joint will bust. Or it will pop. You don't have enough mud behind it. And then it will show up. So I use a little bit of mesh on there. So I'm not against it. I'll use it.